Well, it still may be a bumpy road ahead for public transportation in the Fox cities.
The Senate passed legislation yesterday that would allow voters to decide if they want to pay more taxes to pay for transit. But the plan may get nowhere in the Assembly. Fox 11's Andrew Lacombe has multiple views.
John Lunsford of Appleton doesn't have a car, so he rides a Valley Transit bus 5 days a week.
I used it to find work, going to employment, all over the city here.
Valley Transit serves 9 communities, more than 1.2 million riders a year. It could lose $1.5 million in annual federal funding at the end of next year. That's 30% of the bus service's budget. Valley Transit wants to offset the possible loss. They've been working with local legislators on a bill that would allow for the creation of a regional transit authority, or an RTA. It would be funded through a regional sales tax of up to 0.5%. The bill wouldn't automatically create the RTA or raise taxes. Voters would make that decision in a referendum.
This bill would put the decision in the people's hands to decide to go to vote and decide whether or not they want to tax themselves for transit.
The bill was passed Tuesday by the state Senate, but that likely won't happen in the Assembly. The chair of the Assembly's Transportation Committee is still considering holding a public hearing on the legislation, but Republican Assembly Speaker Robin Vos, who controls the floor schedule, says the bill won't get to the Assembly floor. Vos opposes RTAs.
I do not want to create a patchwork around the state where individual communities raise sales taxes to put into transit. That's just a Band-Aid approach to fixing what really is a broken transportation system.
Appleton Mayor Tim Hanna disagrees, saying RTAs would be a solid way to improve transportation funding issues.
Give us a tool so if our own citizens choose, we have some tools that we can use. I think this is a win-win for locals and the state.
Hanna has been working on establishing RTAs for almost 10 years. He's glad the Senate approved the bill and now hopes to speak with Vos about getting his support for an idea that could improve the future of the service Lunsford relies on. Volsky and Hanna both say if the Assembly doesn't get on board with the bill this session, they'll push to have it reintroduced next year. In Appleton, Andrew Lacombe, Fox 11 News.
And officials with Valley Transit say if it loses federal money and the RTA is not established, bus service could be reduced and fares may go up.